Hello friends, fans, geeks, and gamers. I'm Trevor, and we're going to get into a very special video brought to you by Zia Comics on Comanauts by Plaid Games. Let's get in and see what's in this beautiful box, shall we?
Hey, listen!
Alright, so let's open this up. I am personally very excited about this one. So we've got our handy dandy professional unboxing tool, also known as a box cutter. Make sure to be very careful not to lose any fingers. So when I first saw this game announced, for those that are not aware, I'm a huge fan of the works of Jerry Hawthorne, being the designer for Mice and Mystics, as well as Stuffed Fables, Tail Feathers. He's done a number of games, and this is the next in that series. So, jumping right in, we have lots of beautiful artwork. We have the rulebook for the game there, kind of explaining all of the various elements of, and all of the different tokens, the cards, your general kind of setup, your dice, what they do, player turns, all the glossaries, all that fun stuff. Winning, losing conditions. Now you'll notice that for a rulebook, that's kind of light, but that's because this is just going to give you the general kind of setup of how the mechanics in the game work, whereas the actual rules and things and what you're going to try to do is in this guy here, the adventure book. So you can already see some of the influences here. We have like an Old West train, we have superheroes, we have Tron bikes, we have Winnie the Pooh-esque characters, giant monsters and things. So I'm not gonna go too in depth. I'm just gonna give kind of a quick flip through because I don't want to spoil anything, as the nature of this game is discovery, so we don't want to spoil too much of that for you. But that is the wonderful adventure book. Now, a big difference between this game and Stuffed Fables is, of course, Stuffed Fables was much more of a linear experience, whereas Comanauts is more of a non-linear. So you will be jumping around throughout the game, throughout the book itself, as you explore different areas of the comatose patient and his mind, his psyche. So you can see we have a bunch of punch boards here. We'll go ahead and use our specialty unboxer. Now, a lot of people have been saying, I've already seen some complaints that they were upset that this game didn't include miniatures like any of other the Jerry Hawthorne adventure games. But that's because there's a lot of characters. So as you can see already, we've got tons of player characters, tons of tokens, all the various things you might need for one to interact with the game itself. Then we have tons of monsters, just like a whole lot. These are various monsters that Dr. Strobel has kind of created over his lifetime, his guilt, his fears, his sorrows, things like that, his anger, even more characters. And then one personal thing that I was kind of excited about, at somewhere in the book, you even play on Tron cycles, because who doesn't want to play on Tron cycles? And then we've got our villain activation board, as well as group tasks, the morass, which is where your defeated heroes will go, discard pool for dice, where the inner child might show up there that you would interact with as well. So there's all of your different character standees and tokens and things. We've got a few packs of cards there. Quite a few, in fact. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 packs of cards, and even a 5th one of these smaller cards. These are going to be kind of your timer, your stable, unstable, things like that. This is what keeps you moving through, but we can pop those open there and have a quick look-see. If I remember right, it's mainly just the stable, unstable in here. Or stable, critical, and flatline are the various types of cards, of course. Flatline is very, very bad. You don't want to see that. And then we have your status effects, all of the various things that you might become while playing through the story. But generally the game will direct you when to pick those up. So we have those teeny cards there, which helps gamers make use of their pack of teeny sleeves, which you always wind up with a bunch left over somehow. Because you buy a pack of tiny sleeves for a game like this, and we'll just get back to that later. You wind up with a ton left over because you only needed to sleeve like 12 cards. We've got plenty of standees for all of the characters and monsters and things. I'm sure that's way more than you could ever possibly need. Doesn't look like there's certainly not enough standees for all of them, but that's why you can swap them in and out. So plenty of standees there. We've got our dice, each having different uses, different availabilities. Let's go ahead and pop those open and take a quick look at a couple of them. There's one in particular that was especially interesting, and that was the Inner Child die. It's a nice translucent blue there. Nifty little die. They did switch these up a little bit from the Stuffed Fables dice. If you remember, in that one they had the red and purple dice, which looked more akin to a orange and a pink for color blindness. I'm not sure why, but they decided against doing that this time around. So I guess maybe to just help distinguish from some of the other colors of dice. But, so there's plenty of your dice bag, nice kind of velourish material. We've got our campaign sticker sheet, so you have set 1, set 2 there. I assume these will probably come into play for various choices throughout the adventure, but we don't want to necessarily go looking too deep as to what those might be, because spoilers. And then you have your 4 player boards, which have spots for your inventory, saved dice if you become irrational, your equipped items, your character card itself, any clues and other things like that. And they are double-sided as well, which you could become fearful, distraught, silent, irrational. So each of those has their own special use. So kind of neat there. And then on into the cards. We could thumb through these a little bit. I don't want to go too in-depth, but it is an unboxing video, and what would it be if we didn't at least unbox some of the cards? Because part of the point of these games is, much like in a legacy game, it's about exploration. So you want to kind of discover things as you play. So we've got some various cards and things. These are the various equipments and whatnot you might come across when searching. Some other weapons, ranged weapons, things like that, armor. So those are some of the things you might find in the game, or possibly start out with as one of your characters. So we'll set those down there for now. And we'll give a quick thumb through these ones. And I think it's mainly this one we're probably not going to open, because that's going to have some of the locations and quite a few of the discoveries on it. So we won't want to look too deeply into that one. But you can see we've got tons and tons of characters. We have Marcia, we have Zoinks the Gorilla, we have O the Bear, Blink, Captain Continuum, Arno, tons of different characters, all from different worlds. These all have some sort of connection or history with Dr. Martin Strobel, the comatose patient that we are delving into the mind of. So you'll have tons of characters that are all from his either past or imagination, things of that nature, that you will have to find and discover. I won't go too much into those cards, as those are definitely the cards you don't want to look at. Those have to do with individual cases and things, and that is entirely what you want to discover on your own. But you've gotten kind of the general gist at this point of what to expect when you pick up your own copy, of Comanauts. I think it's a pretty fun game from what I have heard about it, and I've played quite an amount of Stuffed Fables and Mice and Mystics for certain. So if you like those, you'll probably like these. Alright, so there you have it. That was the contents of Comanauts. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you like this video, let us know with a little thumbs up there. Make sure you click that bell icon so that you can get notified to any and all future videos. Follow us on all the various social media platforms. It's pretty easy to find us. For all your favorite podcasts and news and interviews and all those other things. And until next time, I'm Trevor. Thanks for watching, nerds.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG?